Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Fast 5 session that we're doing. This is a new initiative from SMS Trustee News, giving SMSF members an insight into some of the best financial advisors in the community, along with the opportunity to ask them questions about current issues via the Facebook platform. I'm Darren Tyson-Chan. I'm the editor of SMS Trustee News. And of course, behind me, you can see branding for Self-Managed Super Magazine, which is the sister publication of SMS Trustee News. And for the first session of the Fast 5, we're joined by Dean Hutchins, who is the founder of Diversified Financial Planners. Welcome, Dean. It's my very great pleasure to have you along today to help us along with the initial Fast 5 session. How are you?
Thanks, Darren. I'm well, thank you. And thanks for inviting me.
That's good. Well, let's get stuck into it, seeing this is a fast session. Just a little bit of background on you. How did you get involved in the SMSF sector to begin with?
I suppose I started in the financial planning area near on 25 years ago. And just as things progressed, I made the decision I wanted to specialize in something rather than just be a generalist planner, and just I suppose my focus was towards the self-managed super funds, and I just kept progressing and upskilling in that area until I become what I would imagine as a specialist now in the industry.
In your years of experience that you've had being a specialist advisor, if there's one piece of advice that you can narrow down that you would regard as the most valuable piece of advice you've provided a client, what would it be?
Just one? Oh, look, there's a couple. I think probably the biggest error I see is a number of people who have reached preservation age that are still in accumulation mode, where they haven't commenced a pension at the right time. And for some people, they may have missed out on 5 to 10 years worth of tax-free income in their super fund. I think that's a pretty significant one. I think franking credits are underutilized by a lot of people who are maybe a little bit afraid of shares or not educated enough. So I think that's another real benefit that people can look at helping with their super funds overall tax effectiveness as well.
Okay. Well, this is a continually changing environment, the superannuation system and SMSS as well. So in light of that, what are the issues trustees are currently struggling with the most at the moment?
I think probably the thing that I would see most commonly come across our desk when we're meeting with someone that's had a fund up and running already, I think it just comes down to carelessness. I see a lot of just sloppy management or lack of account keeping records. And that just leads to mistakes. A lot of the work we do when we onboard a new fund, or onboard someone that's got an existing fund, is initially there's quite a lot of cleanup, and that can be maybe it's the fact that they have got investment strategies, which is pretty common, or see investment strategies where there's just 0 to 100%, right through to we've had issues where 15 years ago someone had a rollover put in to the super fund, but it went into the wrong spouse's name, and 15 years worth of accounts that are incorrect, and pensions started in the wrong person's name, which we have to then liaise with the tax office to get an optimal outcome so that we can actually get the fund up to scratch on that particular day that we're starting to deal with them.
Wow. There's obviously a lot can be done to the SMSF sector, but if you could change one, if you were in control and you could change one thing, what would it be?
It would be to stop tinkering with it. I couldn't tell you, like, in terms of the number of clients that come in and talk to us, and so many people tend to lose a little bit of faith in the superannuation sector, just because it's almost something's being tinkered with at each budget. And for that, I'd love to say the politicians, I just wish they were subject to the same rules as the rest of us are with our super funds. because I think if they were subject to it, they probably wouldn't tinker as much with it. So I think that would be probably, for me, the number one sort of thing that I'd like to see. But I think the other change I wouldn't mind seeing also is just the ability to transfer residential property into super fund, because we tend to have a lot of clients that have accumulated properties throughout their life, get to retirement, and then they can't have that as part of their retirement portfolio. It obviously has to sit aside, but it'd be great to be able to do some work around that as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with both of those things, to be honest. And look, just finally, it is the Fast Five, and this is the fifth question that I get to ask you. Do you have a bold prediction for us about what might happen over the next 12 months?
Oh, over the next 12 months. Look, I think we've all been a little bit afraid of tax changes, especially with the way the budget deficit's been around the country. And so there's always that overriding concern that superannuation, being the tax advantaged vehicle that it is an opportunity for the government to grab a little bit of extra tax revenue. I'd hate to see it, but I know that there's been a lot of attention on the, I suppose, excessively large funds. So hopefully it doesn't happen and people are able to continue running those. But I think that's an area that could possibly see some changes immediately. But I think maybe if I just look beyond 12 months, I think the way the professionalism of the industry has increased, I think it would be probably likely to see some requirement that there's a professional involved with the super fund along the way, just to help with minimising those mistakes and errors that I mentioned earlier. It also then would mean that the tax office wouldn't have to deploy the same compliance resources and audits as well. So it'll take a lot of responsibility from them, knowing that there's actual professionals involved with the fund to make sure that it's running at a compliant level.
Just wanted to thank you, Dean, again for being the first person on our Fast Five initiative. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. And thanks for thinking of me for number one.
Oh, it's no problem at all. Just to let you know, to the people who did log on today, I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you for your company. Just letting you know that our next Fast Five session will be held ominously on Friday, the 13th of May, and Liam Short will be joining us then. For practitioners who want to be a part of the Fast Five session, please email us at events@bmarkmedia.com.au or reach us via the SMS Trustee News Facebook page and just use the messenger facility to let us know. And for the trustees who have joined us today, if you are not subscribing to SMS Trustee News, please do. It's a great publication that covers a cross-section of these issues, and you can be sure that you'll be up to date on a fortnightly basis. Just go to smstrusteenews.com.au and hit the subscribe button in the subscription area, and you'll have joined yourself up to the list. It's free, so there's no need to pay any subscription fee either. So I'll wrap it up there. Looking forward to Friday, the 13th of May with Liam Short. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. We hope that you found this a little bit interesting and somewhat useful as well for your own situation. And we look forward to your company again on Friday, May 13. Thanks very much. Have a great weekend and have a great rest of the day too.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you, everyone.